brought here for the same purpose.
The Predator franchise is back with a vengeance. With a new film on the horizon starring a new female actor, the iconic alien hunters are poised to thrill audiences once again. But what will this new adventure bring to the table? The Predator franchise, which kicked off in 1987 with Arnold Schwarzenegger leading a group of mercenaries against a deadly alien in the jungle, has had its ups and downs over the years. The original film was a big hit and had clear franchise potential, but the road hasn't always been smooth. The first sequel, Predator 2, didn't get much love from critics, even though it introduced some cool new Predator lore, including a tease for a crossover with the Alien series, which led to a bunch of games, comics, and movies. The franchise hit a rough patch in the 2010s, with a couple of sequels that didn't quite land, making it seem like the Predator might be on its last legs. But then Prey came along in 2022 and really breathed new life into the series, proving there was plenty of interest in these alien hunters. Now, there's a new standalone film called Badlands on the way, and it might just follow in Prey's footsteps, continuing the revival of this iconic 80s franchise. While details about the upcoming movie Badlands have been pretty scarce, the latest buzz is that Elle Fanning is in talks to star in the next Predator film. Fanning, who's gone from child star to Hollywood heavyweight, has been making waves as Catherine the Great in The Great, and now she might be leading the charge in this new Predator installment. We don't know much about her potential role yet, and neither the studio nor the filmmakers have confirmed her involvement. Dan Trachtenberg, who directed the hit 2022 film Prey, is reportedly back in the director's chair for Badlands, which is exciting news for fans. Patrick Asen, who worked with Trachtenberg on Prey, co-wrote the story for that film, though it's unclear if he'll be returning for Badlands. Given the focus on keeping things consistent behind the scenes in this Predator revival, it wouldn't be surprising if Asen is involved again. Elle Fanning has been a standout in Hollywood since she was a child, with early roles in films like Super 8 and Maleficent. Lately, she's been getting a lot of attention for her portrayal of Catherine the Great in the Hulu series The Great, a role that earned her an Emmy nomination in 2022 for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. She's also no stranger to the action and horror genres, having appeared in films like Galveston and The Neon Demon. Fans of the franchise will likely be hoping that Badlands can capture the same freshness that made Prey such a hit, which is no small feat. Fanning's casting is a great start though, as she's a versatile actor with a lot of experience in a wide range of roles. Not much has been revealed about Badlands yet, but it's been confirmed that the movie will be set in a futuristic world, which is a shift from the historical backdrop of Trachtenberg's well-received Prey prequel. The film will also feature a female lead and will be released alongside, rather than in place of, Prey 2. This all points to a promising future for the Predator franchise, especially after the disappointment of Shane Black's The Predator. While the early story details are intriguing, what would really elevate Badlands is if it tackled some of the long-standing mysteries of the Predator universe. That could be a real game-changer for fans. What really happened to Dutch after Predator? A notable aspect of the Predator franchise is its tendency not to bring back characters, with Arnold Schwarzenegger's Dutch being the most prominent example. Although Dutch survived the events of the first movie, he hasn't made an appearance in the franchise since. Considering how later films show the government getting deeply involved in Predator research, it seems unlikely they would have just let their best eyewitness quietly disappear. Even if he's not a major part of the story, Badlands should seriously consider addressing what really happened to Dutch after the original encounter. Is Harrigan still alive after Predator 2? Just like Dutch, Detective Mike Harrigan could be a key figure for anyone investigating the Predators. Harrigan was involved in the first official government investigation into the Yautja, encountering several of the creatures and even made it onto their ship. His insights would be incredibly valuable to humanity. Plus, Badlands could finally explore whether his warning to Adam Baldwin's Garber about the Predators returning ever came true. Did Royce and Isabel ever escape the game-preserved planet? The 2010 reboot Predators took a fresh approach by moving the action off Earth for the first time, but it left a significant loose end. The survivors, Royce and Isabel, were stranded on a distant planet with no clear way to escape. After their intense fight for survival, leaving their fate unresolved feels pretty unsatisfying. Badlands could potentially address this, either directly or through an Easter egg that hints at their return to Earth. How does Shane Black's The Predator fit into the story? Although The Predator marked Shane Black's return to the franchise after 31 years, it ended up being a letdown for many fans. Despite the criticism over its dialogue and characters, the movie did introduce some intriguing elements to the Predator universe. For instance, the true purpose of the Predator killer suit and why it was left behind remain unclear, as does what humanity's acquisition of Predator technology means for the future. Badlands could be the perfect opportunity to explore these lingering questions, even if it doesn't dwell too much on the Predator itself. How will Badlands use Prey? One of the biggest surprises about Badlands is that it looks like the film is skipping over the storyline teased in Prey's end credits and diving into a whole new setting. This is pretty surprising, since Prey is the most critically praised movie in the series so far. Even though the two films are set in very different time periods, having Dan Trachtenberg direct both means there'll definitely be some sort of connection between them. Now, whether that means we'll see any returning characters or just some thematic ties remains to be seen. What is Badlands' connection with Prey 2? Another thing to consider with Badlands is how it connects to Prey, especially since Prey 2 is also in the works with Dan Trachtenberg involved. With both Badlands and Prey 2 happening, it's exciting to think that the two stories might be linked in some way. However, the big difference in their timelines makes figuring out that connection a bit tricky. It's possible that they might just share the same universe, maybe with some subtle Easter eggs hinting at that. Regardless of how they connect, the link between Badlands, Prey, and its sequel is definitely something to watch for. Why do the Yautja only send one predator at a time? The idea of a single predator hunting an entire population is pretty intense, but it does raise some questions about their approach. It's especially puzzling since we've seen multiple predators in movies like Predator 2 and Alien vs. Predator. So why don't we see more of them involved in the major franchise stories? Figuring this out could really help shed some light on Predator lore and their society, which is something the franchise could definitely use as it moves forward. Why do the Predators keep coming to Earth? While it's natural for Predator stories to focus on human protagonists, only one film really explores the vastness of the Predator universe and takes us to other planets. With the Predator skull collection shown in Predator 2, it's clear that the Yautja interact with various alien species. So, it's puzzling why they find Earth such a tempting hunting ground, especially since humans don't seem as intimidating compared to other prey. Figuring out this mystery could offer some great insights into the Predator's motivations and make them even more interesting. Well, that's it for today. As we wait for more details, what are you most excited to see in Badlands? Will it tackle some of the long-standing mysteries of the Predator lore, or take the franchise in a completely new direction? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for all the latest updates, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned for more on the epic return of the Predators.